I'm here as a third-party intervener and a special appearance. I'll say this again, that's on him.
Mr. Lester, I've muted your device, Mr. Lester, because you are being disruptive. I am going to hold you in contempt and sentence you to 93 days in jail. Let me do one thing at a time. Your constant interrupting me is...
I'm just tired, man. I'm tired. Mr.
Stop interrupting me, Mr. Lester.
Damn.
And so I'm going to deny the request for a personal recognizance bond.
That's crazy. Because I ain't white.
Today's case is straight out of the sovereign citizen circus. We've got Mr. Lester, our self-proclaimed legal genius, walking into court convinced that he's somehow above the law. Now, the problem with that little fantasy? Judges don't. Play make-believe, and this one wasn't about to let Lester turn the courtroom into a playground. From the very start, the hearing is chaos. Lester interrupts, argues, and throws out every special appearance and third-party intervener phrase he can think of, like he's reading from a script he found on the internet. The judge? He's had enough. He even warns Lester.
We are here today for a pretrial hearing in this case, and we are proceeding today by video conference and also in person. We are, or first let me ask the attorneys to place their appearance on the record, beginning with Ms. McClure.
B.B. McClure, on behalf of the people.
Your Honor, Michael Dagger-Margosian for Mr. Lester.
All right, and Mr. Dagger-Margosian, where do we stand with Mr. Lester's case today?
Your Honor, at this point, I don't, there's a breakdown of attorney-client relationship. I can't move forward and represent Mr. Lester. I've without getting into the details, obviously those are privileged, but it's clear that Mr. Lester either needs to move forward pro se, and I can certainly be on standby, or I can conflict this out, but our office is not going to be able to represent Mr. Lester.
Yeah, I would like the ACLU to pour. I poured everything to the ACLU. They already have my file and the Civil Rights Commission.
Mr. Lester, I'm sorry, but the microphone at the jail is really bad. There's a bad echo there.
Can you hear me, can you hear me now?
Yeah, so I can hear you. The issue is if you could talk not quite so loudly, because it's an echo in the room that causes the problem.
I'm in the ACLU and the Civil Rights Commission already are on this. You can move my file to those. I have sent them my complaints. I've also got the failure to appear, what I was picked up for in the first place, was dismissed. And Mr. Margosian is trying to move forward with a trial, and I'm not feeling that. I want to move for an immediate dismissal because I was harassed for 3 days, and they already have wind of this. There should be they should be asking for the body cams from August 2nd, as well as the 4th. I still haven't went over any evidence. So the Civil Rights Commission has my paperwork, and my affidavits rather, and the ACLU is on standby as well. I just rather for my whole file to go to them and let them represent them, let them take a look at what's going on. I don't have any transcripts. I haven't talked to Ms. Margosian since then. I had to have the jail email the courts for a court date because I've been sitting here for so long. Like I said, the failure to appear got dismissed. That's what I was picked up for originally.
Okay, so Mr. Lester, you've been charged with possession of methamphetamine and 2 counts of assaulting, resisting, obstructing a police officer.
Lester, stop interrupting me or I'm holding you in contempt. Spoiler alert, Lester doesn't stop, and here's where it gets interesting. Even his own lawyer threw his hands in the air and said, yeah, I can't do this anymore. That's right. The public defender's office literally backed out. Why? Because trying to represent this guy is like trying to nail Jell-O to a wall. Impossible. So
you have previously been represented by the public defender's office, and they are requesting to withdraw as your attorney at this point. If that were to happen, another attorney would be assigned to you.
I just said the ACLU. I don't know what part of that nobody understands, but the ACLU is on standby as well as the Civil Rights Commission. I said it again. You can forward that all over there to them, and they'll take the case without no money. You know it like
all right.
I know it.
So, Mr. Lester, that is not an option that I have to send this case over to the ACLU. If you want the ACLU,
I do though, because I do though. So let's get that understood. Now I have that opportunity to do that, and I'm requesting that on record.
Okay, you can request that, but the court is not in a position to do that. If you want someone else to
I am,
represent,
sir. That's what I'm trying to tell you. It's not simple as you just putting the case together and sending it to him. It's not even you. Mr. Margosian can do it. It's not even your office that needs to do it.
Mr. Lester, please don't interrupt me when I'm talking to you.
Right. Here we go.
All right. Right now, the public defender's office represents you. I'm going.
No, they don't. He just said he didn't want to represent.
All right, Mr. Lester is off camera. I don't know whether he's still in the room.
I'm standing right here. I can hear every word. I'm here as a third-party intervener and a special appearance.
All right, Mr. Lester, are you in agreement with Mr. Dagger Margosian's request to withdraw from your case?
That's on him. Like I said before, I wanted to go to the ACLU or the Civil Rights Commission. I'm going to say it again for the court of record. They are on standby. They already know about all of this. I shouldn't have never been picked up in the first place. I was harassed for 3 days. 3 days. And you have the transcripts right there in front of you when the officers admitted that they just wanted me.
So what does Lester do? He demands the ACLU and the Civil Rights Commission take his case. Yes, you heard that right. He actually thinks he can just snap his fingers and have powerhouse organizations drop everything to represent him for free. The judge tries to explain, calmly, that it doesn't work like that. But Lester doubles down, repeating over and over that the ACLU is on standby. Honestly, it's like watching someone try to negotiate.
And send a police report.
Mr. Lester, I need a yes or no answer to the question of whether you are.
Again, that's on him.
Mr. Lester, I've muted your device, Mr. Lester, because you are being disruptive and you are not allowing this court process to continue. I'm going to give this one more opportunity. I'm going to unmute your device. I'm going to ask you the question. If you don't answer or if you continue with this disruptive behavior, I am going to hold you in contempt and sentence you to 93 days in jail.
Very unprofessional.
Mr. Lester, are you in agreement or are you not in agreement with Mr. Dagger Margosian's request to withdraw as your attorney?
Well, if you please, yeah, I'm in agreement. If you please send that file over to the ACLU, please. I'm in agreement with that. Mr. Margosian, are you in agreement with you send that over to the ACLU, please?
Can I get like a contact information? I mean, I don't just send a file to
You know, okay, yeah, but you know where the ACLU office is. I can get that to you. Yes, no problem. We can go off screen and I can get that to you. I have it right here in front of me. No problem. No problem.
And if that for whatever reason, I mean, that's outside the norm of what
I'm not. It's as simple as saying my rights have been violated. You know that. We're not going to keep going back and forth. I'm not doing it.
All right. Mr. Lester, please stop. So Mr. Lester has consented to Mr. Dagger Margosian withdrawing as his attorney. If there's some arrangement for Mr. Dagger Margosian to send information to the ACLU, that is, the court has no control over whether he is going to do that, and the court has no authority to require him to do that.
And Your Honor,
what the court is required to do under this process is to provide for the appointment of a special public defender. If Mr. Lester can get the ACLU to represent him, then you need to make arrangements to do that. And if there's an appearance filed by the ACLU, then they are welcome to represent him. But as it stands now, he is without attorney, and the court will make the appropriate arrangements to have a special public defender appointed. If the ACLU wants to substitute in place of that person, they are welcome to do so.
Yeah. I also like for a PR bond. I've been sitting here almost 180 days. My bond is ridiculous. My family's not going to be able to pay that.
All right, I will adjourn this case to February 7th.
I'm requesting a bond, please, for the court of record.
Mr. Lester, let me do one thing at a time. Your constant interrupting me is.
I'm just tired, man. I'm tired. Mr.
Stop
O'Shea.
interrupting me, Mr. Lester.
Shit. Damn.
Negotiate their way out of reality. And let's not forget why he's even here. Possession of methamphetamine plus 2 counts of assaulting and resisting police officers. So this isn't just your everyday courtroom nuisance. This is someone with serious charges acting like he's auditioning for a comedy skit. But what really seals the deal is the way he keeps rambling about being harassed for 3 days, blaming everybody under the sun for his own mess. It's the classic sovereign citizen playbook: victimhood, finger-pointing, and zero accountability. The judge keeps asking simple yes or no questions, and Lester keeps spinning his conspiracy wheel until finally the judge.
How did it, man?
Pretrial is adjourned to February 7th at 8:15 a.m. Mr. Lester has made a request for a personal recognizance bond. Court has addressed the issue of bond with Mr. Lester numerous times previously. My decision on bond and reasons for it at this point have not changed.
Supposed to be professional.
Mr. Lester currently has a
Too expensive, sir. Too expensive.
Mr. Lester currently has a $5,000 cash or surety bond in this case, and that is appropriate, in my opinion, to assure his further appearances at this court. And so I'm going to deny the request for a personal recognizance bond.
That's crazy. Because I ain't white. Mr. Mark, go
Mr.
to
Mr. Lester. All right, you know what, Mr. Lester, stop.
No.
I muted your device, Mr. Lester. You have been warned repeatedly by me in this hearing as well as in other hearings. You are in contempt of this court as a result of your behavior here today. It's a sentence of the court that you served 93 days in the Lenawee County Jail. There's no further information that the court needs to find the contempt. It was directed in the presence of the court and after being warned numerous times. So, Mr. Lester, you can let the officer that's with you know that you are done with court for today. I will put the device in the waiting room until you are gone.
The judge has to mute him just to keep the hearing moving. And let me tell you, this is only the beginning. Because once bond gets brought up, Lester completely unravels and the judge finally snaps. What happens next is pure courtroom gold. So here's where the whole thing goes off the rails. Lester starts begging for a bond reduction. He's been sitting in jail for almost 180 days, and now he wants out on a personal recognizance bond. Problem is, he's already been denied multiple times. The judge has heard this song before, and he's not changing the tune. But instead of taking the answer, Lester does what he's been doing the entire hearing. He interrupts, whines, and complains. I'm tired, man. I'm tired. Yeah, well, I bet the judge is tired too. Tired of listening to the same nonsense on repeat. Every time the judge tries to move forward, Lester jumps in like a heckler who doesn't know when to stop. Finally, the judge hits his breaking point. He mutes Lester again, lays it out crystal clear, and then drops the hammer. 93 days in jail for contempt of court. Just like that. And honestly, it was a long time coming. Now here's the part that gets me. Lester actually tries to argue after being held in contempt. He accuses the judge of being racist, claims he's being targeted, and still acts like he's the victim of some grand conspiracy. Imagine being in front of a judge with serious felony charges hanging over your head, and instead of showing respect, you pick a fight with the one person who controls your future. That's not a strategy. That's self-destruction. And yet, even after all of this, the judge keeps his composure for most of the hearing. Calm, professional, and patient. Until Lester finally burns through every ounce of that patience. If anything, 93 days in contempt was merciful. Because let's be real. This guy's behavior could have landed him in even deeper trouble. At the end of the day, this hearing wasn't about justice being served on his charges. That comes later. No, this was about watching a man sabotage himself, piece by piece, while the judge tried to steer the ship back to sanity. And Lester? He just couldn't help but sink it. So here's my question for you. Was the judge too patient with him, or did Lester get off easy with only 93 days added? Because to me, this looked like a man who'd rather play the victim than face reality. Either way, it's another reminder. The courtroom is not the place to test your sovereign citizen theories. Judges don't play games, and eventually the law bites back.